guys, in this documentary, we will talk about what is e-commerce, parties involved in e-commerce, then we will conduct an interview of how much IT students know about e-commerce. Then we will conduct another interview on IT students on how much they know about how to avoid e-commerce issues such as scamming, hacking, etc. Then we'll look deeper into the issue of hacking in e-commerce. Then we will provide a step to you guys with our own knowledge to prevent e-commerce issues. Lastly, to our main topic, we will interview a company about their features of e-commerce, their web page, and their system to security features. And that's all. E-commerce. E-commerce is the activity of buying and selling products on online services or over the internet. It was August 11, and the year was 1994. Around that day, Phil Brandon Virgin of Philadelphia logged into his computer and used his credit card to buy Sting 10 summoners for $12.48 plus shipping. That story may not sound too exciting today, but at the time, this particular transaction made history. Why? Because it was first time that encryption technology was used to enable an internet purchase. Many consider that moment as the first true e-commerce transaction. Needless to say, e-commerce has gone by leaps and bounds. Then in big commerce sites that e-commerce is growing 23% year by year, and according to eMarketer, global e-commerce sales are expected to top 27 trillion in 2020, and just statistics for the retail sector.
Business to consumer. Transaction happening between business and consumer in B2C. E-commerce business are the ones selling products or service to end users. Business to business, B2B. As its name states, B2B, e-commerce pertains to transaction conducted between two businesses. Any company whose customers are other business operates in B2B model.
Consumer to consumer. As I might have guessed, C2C e-commerce happens when something is bought or sold between two customers. C2C commonly take place on online marketplace such as eBay, in which one individual sells a product or service to another. Government to business. G2C transactions take place when a company pays for a government goods, services, or fees online. Example will be a business paying for taxes using the internet.
E-commerce for me is kind of the business, electronic, or online, like Level Up Games, Game Club, Bitcoin, Steam account, Steam wallet. You can purchase in the online coin, which is part of the e-commerce. That's all.
E-commerce helps business in providing growth on your business, and it also, with the help of technology, it makes your business more capable of doing more things. It is very useful with all the insight is given to the merchants or the business on your business. That would be.
E-commerce for me is the innovation of the business industry. It is solely made for online sellers so that it can cater its customers to buy their products not just on their physical store but also in their online website or businesses. It is made so that people can buy their products not just in the physical store, and so that they can buy it through online, which sometimes the physical store doesn't have, but through online they can avail the same products. And for me, it is a big leap to the business industry so that people will no longer have the hassle to go to the store and search for the product, but then in case it doesn't have the said product. But then in the online industry, they can search it. So I think it is basically a biggest upgrade to the business industry. So e-commerce is a big advantage for the merchants nowadays, so that they can easily produce extra money for their business.
Alam e-commerce, wala siya ka-counting gamit kurintik. E-commerce ba? Electronic commerce, di ba? E-commerce.
Para nako ang e-commerce kay kanang mo na siyang murag transaction bitaw kung mupalit ka sa gasa pwede online pwede mo basta para nako kay kanang transaction sa online.
Opinion as kada bitaw buy and sell ka through online. Win ka ba through online is partida kay na siya why man more kana bitaw imbis ta ka manikamot ka sell buy kana bitaw i-personalize mo mas partida gyud sa online kay kana sura para in case kini nga dagan yung makita ay tendency baliton na shatan niya na i-approach nila pero apan lang disadvantages if oy lang na mo palit interesado ya pagando wala day product so mao na siya nga mas kama siya
commerce or electric commerce or internet commerce refers to buying and selling of goods and services using internet. One of the examples of this is what we have application or the mobile application like Spotify, they are selling music, something like that, and Shopee and Lazada and services is a call center. It can be called any e-commerce is kanang ni render of mga services is like call center. They are using internet to communicate negotiate sa ilang kanang business or client, and then goods, for example, like kanang mga online websites na to na they can mag-advertise na sila, maka-transact na sila o kanang ilang mga gusto nilang mapalit or paliton. Mato.
Sa kuha lang, mutanaw ko sa link bar if trusted siyang website. So kayo na may uban nga makaroon ninyo naman mubutang sa link bar nga dili siya hindi siya trusted nga website. So ang importante maghigigmay ta.
Dapat make sure nga yung mga orderan is legit and not sila yung mga fruits silang mga product aron dili ko nila mainit.
Avoid kang scam, dapat dili ka magpataka o brandin sa unsa nga URL di ka patakag open, then kung maghatag man ganit ka mga valid nga nimo nga mga email address or kanang dapat verified ang link kay mag-open or kanang i-secure nimo nga safe siya, then nangan na security mong mga accounts or unsa para maka-avoid ka nga lain tao or lain makalagin sa account.
Para malikayan siya na to ang scam, dapat ibalion na to daan na ang ilang ratings ang reviews sa mga companies o dapat ato computers na yung mga antivirus softwares, firewalls para muna sila mo kanang block sa mga viruses na nasa ato ang internet.
To avoid kung ma-scam or ma-hack ka na, i-check ang URL, then mag-check po ng review, then
tanawon nga legit ang website na imong kuan. Dili siya siguro kanang makita na lang siya advice para sa uban para dili sa siya ma-scam through experience sa uban.
Para maka-avoid ka nga ma-scam or nga na sa isa ka e-commerce na website, you should check first the website if it is secure. Or so the first thing nga po nga importante nga may bawaan mo is check ni mga reviews sa isa ka website, mga comments, review sa usa ka client nga nipalit ana niya. So bayan na makaiba nga if scam siya or dili. So another is i-check nimo ang other details sa company or seller na imong gisundan para if you trust that company or seller, magpadayon ka.
Every website owner should be worried about being hacked, but owners of e-commerce websites should worry about the safety of the website more than others. Why? Because those websites are much more profitable for hackers than the ordinary ones.
First of all, people use e-commerce sites to purchase goods. Obviously, this means that every customer enters his or personal information, and data, for example, into the purchase form, and it's a nice opportunity for hackers to steal that data and use for their own benefit. Secondly, thanks to the large amount of users interacting with those websites, they became a nice bait for malicious content, related malware, spam, and phishing pages. And the biggest problem is that websites are being hacked in bulk, and this process does not even take long. Just a few minutes, hackers can be hundreds of sites at their disposal. Most of how about targeting hack, large companies suffer from their currently, but it's a less likely became a victim of a target attack. If you're a local e-commerce business, usually hackers target specific websites only when they are paid to do so. As an e-commerce website owner, you should understand that you are responsible not only for your website safety, but for the safety of your customer. Money and personal information, that's why not only you should, but it's an absolute must for a e-commerce website owner to protect his website from the hacker attacks. For people who are involved in e-commerce, make sure to follow our steps on avoiding e-commerce issues such as hackers, scammers, and fake websites. How to protect your e-commerce website from hackers attacks? 1. Get antivirus. Most website owners do not even know that their website is already infected. A good antivirus will find existing virus and malicious code on your website. Also, it will prevent further infection. It is important to scan your website constantly. An antivirus will help you with the task. 2. Educate your employees. Hackers can easily hack your website by reaching your employees first. Thieves can send malicious emails to your managers, and when the employee clicks the link in this email, hacker get his or her account information. So now the thieves have the opportunity to log into your system and insert malware into the website. That's why you should protect your employees' computers and email boxes along with your website. Your employees can become a hacking tool for thieves. That's why you should explain to your which information can be shared and why. Also, employees need to know how to keep the customer data. Ignorance always generates problems. And number 3, secure e-commerce platform is a must. Do not entrust your business to questionable platforms when picking an e-commerce platform by paying attention to PCI compliance and SSL certificates. Make sure that the platform provides additional protection for your website. And number 4, don't forget to update. Keep an eye on updates. Even the smallest outdated plugin is a chance for a hacker to get in your website. Web server updates are usually done by the host, but if not, this task is not new. And number 5, no need to store valuable data. Try to be as minimalist as possible when it comes to user data. Do not keep all data. Store only information you will need for refunds or chargebacks. The more records on your customer you have, the bigger the chance your website will be hacked. And number 6, do not forget about PCI scans. Mark the day in your calendar and perform PCI scans regularly. It will lower the possibility of vulnerabilities on your e-commerce platform. And number 7, check for vulnerabilities. If your website itself is vulnerable, you will definitely become a victim of a hacker. Attack is just a matter of time. Comweb security team has a huge experience in protecting websites. Our specialists will find vulnerabilities on your website and fix them. Maintaining an e-commerce website is a hard job and a big responsibility. By taking preventive steps and knowing about the pitfalls, you will lower significantly the chance of a hacker harming on your business. That's all.
Please check the URL if you ended up on that page after you click on a link that redirected you there. This is often the case if you receive links in emails or click on links from advertisements or those hosted on other websites. This might be the most obvious way to spot a fake. Scam websites often try to spoof real ones, especially from big name websites. In order to collect your username and password from those sites, these websites are often known as phishing sites. The name should help clue you into what that entails. A phishing website is one that's designed to lure you in through its design and then cache your private and sensitive information after you hand it right over. Social media sites are among the most commonly scammed sites for phishing attempts.
Check for an SSL or TLS certificate and padlock symbol. If there's one thing internet pirates hate, it's SSL or TLS certificates. Look especially for the green padlock symbol next to a website address. If you see the green lock symbol, that means the website owners have applied for and received a secure SSL or TLS security certificate from a company authorized to sell them. Some security companies, such as Symantec or makers of Norton Antivirus, issues these certificates after the extensive background check on the verification of website ownership. While the primary purpose of this security is to prevent hacking, the other benefit is the only legitimate website can obtain them. We've written in detail about what SSL or TLS security means. For websites and consumers, in summary, it means the site is not likely to have been hacked. But in principle, it also means that if a site has this type of security legitimate in place, it's not likely to be a scam or fake. So if you see the lock symbol and HTTP in the website address and everything looks and it should address match page content, you're likely good to go. That said, some scam sites are even getting tricky with SSL TLS certificate.
Check for a contact page or contact information. If there's one thing that scammers and fraudsters don't want, it's you contacting them unless they've gotten you to install a nasty piece of ransomware that you're trying to pay to get rid of. This is why you'll almost never see a legitimate contact page on a fake website. Secure sites will almost always have some type of method for contacting the site owners. Even if you have a dig around the site a bit, the most reputable sites have multiple means of communication made available to you, typically including physical addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, and online chat systems.
Check for an about page. Legitimate websites want you to know all about who they are. As such, they all have an about page at the bottom detailing who they are and usually laying out a pretty standard company or website ethos. It's a standard practice and most websites will build their about page. In the early stages of website development, if you don't see an about page, that should raise some serious red flags for you.
Check for a contact page or contact information. If there's one thing that scammers and fraudsters don't want, it's you contacting them unless they've gotten you to install a nasty piece of ransomware that you're trying to pay to get rid of. This is why you'll almost never see a legitimate contact page on a fake website. Secure sites will almost always have some type of method for contacting the site owners. Even if you have a dig around the site a bit, the most reputable sites have multiple means of communication made available to you, typically including physical addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, and online chat systems.
Check for proper spelling and grammar. This is a touchy subject. Thus, bad spelling and grammar on a website means that the site that is fake. Not necessarily means that many websites that are published in English content writers from countries where English is not spoken as a first language. Couple that with the fact that many sites are really just content mills pumping out cheap, low quality material to get a lot of money through ads. And you're likely to find a lot of websites that are certainly not scam or fraud, but a little bit poorly written English. However, websites that are presenting themselves as something legitimate and official, but how poor grammar and spelling should be raising your red flag for you. Is that the case? Go back to the other steps we've laid out and do a bit more investigating.
Check for a social media presence. Online fraudsters follow a simple principle: the quickest path with the least time involvement possible. To that end, creating and maintaining an active or even semi-active social media presence sites takes a lot of time and effort. Sometimes scammers simply don't enjoy. Not every website will have a social media presence, and the lack of one is by no means any indication that the site is fake. However, if you do see an active social media presence, the chances that site is fake go down to 0.
Check the copyright status. Scammers can often be a fairly large bunch. In many spoke websites, the scammers forget to include a copyright at the bottom of the page or forget to update it to the current year. No website from any legitimate company will have an out-of-date copyright, and none will fail to provide a copyright on any or every page. In the earlier example with the fake PayPal website, the bottom of the page includes a copyright that ends in 2016. Hey! What's up? Padong ni sa kumpanya mo interviewhan day. Ito na kay mo interview na mo nga sa ka-secure ng company. And then ako to siya. See you guys.
I be that young rapping dude, might just trap with you. Coming with the thunder, baby, might just clap it crew. I roll out in the morning light, whip that Harley bike, all black. I'm the party type, and it's on tonight. I just stepped in, no weapons, but my outfit might take the soul. See my presence impressive, got strippers slipping off the poles. I just whip, then I swerve and wish you would. I'm Timmy Turner, turned her to a carnivore. Now she treat me like a burger.
Welcome, ma'am. We conduct our documentary, ma'am, for our subject, ma'am, and we will let you know about how did you yun sa'yo pag parang system ang pag-process sa ng business, ma'am, so sa travel and tours, ma'am. Kung ano first question, ma'am, kung saan pagod yung business, ma'am? Then, kung saan yung mga service offer nyo, ma'am, sa inyong company, ma'am?
Sa ang travel agency, mga tour packages, ticketing, ferry and airline, mga sporting, mga certificate, birth, marriage, NSO.
So, ma'am, ito ay purpose ng muagin mo through online, ma'am?
We can receive bookings through online na. Okay, namin yung website.
So, naka-encounter mo, umabog ka ng system failure sa iyong company?
Oo.
Oo, sabi nga, kasagalan na-encounter ng pro sa yung system. Lagi sa parang booking.
Kung online man kayo, maliban pa rin ang connection. So, kung poor ang connection, mo na maka-encounter probably hindi maka-receive.
So, if ever, ma'am, sabi niyo pag-prevent, ma'am, if may mo hakwa sa system. Saan mo pag-prevent mahapin yung system ginagi sa online booking so sa inyong company?
Hindi kayo mag-aware sa security number ko sa online ay kanang sa mga gamit.
Yung
mga IT lang dito. I-coordinate kami sa mga IT na ito.
So, if ever kung namin sa technology issue, saan nyo pag-preventing sa online?
Saan na prevent?
Ang technology issue sa inyong community?
Prevent.
So, saan pag-avoid sa
problem? We make sure that our connection is okay. Then, like our connection is still be able to make sure that we stay on time. Sa perfectly mag-take automatic. And then we have
so, if ever mamagtahi maka-encounter mo customer through online mo, saan yung pag-prevent na ma-scam ka mo?
Ma-scam?
Oo.
Okay. Ang amount system naman is we do not, as of the moment, we do not have direct contact with the customer na ang agent. Ang agent ang contact. So, we do not meron na alam partner agent ba, like for example, may partner agent in Manila, sila ang na-direct contact sa customer. So kami mag-receive lang yung booking sa ilahan, sa mga sa agent. So, hindi nila kayo ko sa next month.
So, para na tanan yung ano. Thank you for
Ay na rin sa FB. Ang FB doon na yung contact niya.
So, para na kasi yung mga requirement na kailangan ng booking
requirement for
na mo book ko sa
book.
May mga age.
Okay. As really din ha, we do not have sa among katong system, we do not have direct contact with customer. So sa partner agent, may kana ang agent mo hatag booking na mo complete na ang details. So
Pero sa kanang inyong website ko naman sa online, ara pwede yung mag-book nila.
Katong new website, soon to umaan pa magulog, soon to launch pa. So nato mga main basic details sa customer. Since among contact isang partner agent, so sila email sila ng this booking is cancelled. It should be a day prior. And on the day na, pwede na siya cancel pero there is certain percent ilang bayan.
So, yung schedule.
Reschedule out sa schedule. Kung schedule, na a day ahead lang, at least a day ahead prior sa trip or tour. Aside from email, magod kinaan ni Skype or Messenger. Kaya kung dili pa nila mag-check nga, ako i-acknowledge ang email nila, i-heads up nila sa Skype kay or sa Messenger kay mas makita nito lang guys. For example, sa cellphone, mag-notify ba yan na kay message sa Messenger or Skype. Kaya sa email, yung pa mag-check siya ikuan. Labi na ka ng weekend, hindi ka na mag-check. So kung na yung mga asak na tour or booking niya tomorrow na bitaw. Na ilan yung heads up through Messenger or Skype. So kung hindi pa din reply through Messenger or Skype, they will call us.
Sa inyo, website pa, gano'n ka secure yung website pa in terms of sa ito yung malicious na makains yung website. Gusto sa ka secure. Brad, silbi man parang ikaw din mo ano sa
kay tanang employees sa amin has an access sa system. So they know that